Okay, Emma, we are live. All yours.
Hiya.
I like the way you say
Hiya.
hi.
What's up?
What's
It's
up? What's
about
up?
that
What's
time,
up?
everybody.
What's up, girl?
I'm good. How are you, Sandra?
I'm awesome. I'm awesome. I'm awesome. I'm
Peace and
great.
love to you all, everyone. This is Heartversations with Emma and Sandra, Sandra and Emma. However you want to arrange it, we are here for you. And isn't it amazing that we are here on the 1st of February, the month of love? Whoop,
Yeah.
whoop, 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 whoop. Yeah. Charlie, hit in the comment section if you are live with us. What are your expectations for Valentine's Day?
Hey,
What eh,
hey.
what are your plans? What's going
Yeah.
on with you? Are you gonna be in the church on that day? Are you gonna be giving Lent that day, or you're gonna be in a romantic getaway with your
you
boo,
know, no, no. Mm-hmm.
or you're gonna be Netflixing and chilling alone with your popcorn? You know what I'm saying? I know where I fall in. I won't tell you, but it's one of the three. Yo. Please hit in the comment section if you're live already with us. Let's know what are your plans for Valentine's
Okay.
Day.
So
How
Araba
about we still
says,
have people who don't care about Valentine's? I don't know how
yeah,
those people are living. I don't get the kind of blood that flows in their veins. But you cannot still love it, don't love it. You know.
exactly.
Sandra,
Exactly.
how are you?
I'm good. I'm good. I don't know what I'm doing for Valentine yet, honestly. Um
I know your husband will never disappoint. I am getting ready to just get updates. Please, has he already asked you to be his Valentine?
I'm waiting because you said
Okay, this
he
is
has
the
to bring
first
me
of February,
flowers
so we are
and
waiting.
yes, flowers and what chocolates or whatever. Some
On one bended knee. Hey, that's what we're talking.
on
That's
one
how we do
bended
it in the
knee.
West. How do we do
Ah!
it in Ghana? Let's not go there. Let me not start that conversation right now. But
hmm
guys, you're welcome to the second episode of Conversations from the Heart. Conversations from the Heart. Um, is anybody live yet for me to
Yeah,
give
see,
them
we
our
have a few
attention?
people on.
Yeah. Okay, Araba says romantic getaway on my mind. This my little sister does not play.
Mm-mm.
Araba, no, seriously, Araba, the things you are causing on the community
I know,
platforms,
right?
my God, my God. Hey, I need your Vim some.
That little girl.
She ain't joking. Baby sis is not playing. She says, I can't wait for the proposal. Mama said, yeah. We awesome.
Hey, hey,
Hello,
hey.
Douglas Asante. It's good to have you here. Yes,
Project
yes,
project
yes.
project director one.
Yes, so Bakupe. Douglas, what's happening for you on Valentine's Day?
Ha.
Araba says she has a romantic getaway on her mind. Are you gonna be in church? It's Lent season, I hear. Or you're gonna also be on your own romantic spree, or you're
Of
just gonna
course.
be Netflixing and chilling with popcorn. What is your
Hmm.
idea of a romantic Valentine's Day? Or you don't believe in
Hmm.
Valentine's Day? Maybe that is you. You know. Yeah. Hey, Sandra,
The
read his
heavens,
comments. I won't read it. Please read his comment. It is not for singles to read. Please, you are married.
the
Read it.
heavens will open. Floodgate.
Hallelujah. Amen.
Will
Glory,
open the
glory, glory.
floodgates of heaven.
Glory to God. Haha. Ah, Araba says life is for living. Oh, auntie, I feel you, baby. Indeed. I wanted to hear Father Innocent. Father Innocent, hurry up and show up. What is your idea?
He's always
This,
causing
I
trouble.
think this should be his second year married. Or so.
Is it?
I think so, or third. One of those. Yeah, let's know what he's like. I'm waiting for him to come and explain. And also Funi, our controversial brother. Do you believe in Valentine's Day? That is the question for the day. Do you
Hmm.
believe in Valentine's Day? And if you do, what is your idea of? So we'll come back to that question by going straight into the topic of the day. He's Araba says Father Innocent is married and he will leave me alone. No, Father Innocent is in fact he's everybody's brother. Don't worry. It's Sandra's last born. We've taken it like that. Sandra's baby last. He will
I
worry
know, right?
everybody.
Hmm.
Don't
Abeku.
mind
My
him.
Abeku.
Don't mind him. So, guys, this today's topic is very, we have sessions. What we do is that we look at what is trending, we learn from certain experiences. We watch from a movie or we experienced it in person or whatever, and we try to pick out lessons that we think we want to share. What you know is we myself and Sandra, what we are passionate about, and we think there are some life lessons and we want to share with you. As you know, Heartversations, we want to bring up topics that you may not naturally or necessarily hear people comfortable talk about. And on this platform, there is nothing like we are not comfortable talking about it. We are comfortable talking about everything, relationships. Okay. Yeah. Araba says dinner. Araba, you are making some of us very jealous. Please stop it. Now, for those of you, myself and Sandra are Netflix queens. We love good movies any day, anytime, right? There's this particular one that, you know, has caught our fancy, and it's called Dinner, a Nigerian Netflix movie. My God. And the storyline is very interesting. If you haven't watched Netflix's Dinner, it's a Nigerian produced movie, you should see it. Now, the lessons within it are not, I mean, there's a topic I remember Sandra has picked on before, but then the way the story went, is even Sandra was still shocked. So, if you are yet to see it, please get ready. Now, this is the storyline, this is the plot. A gentleman is getting married to his fiancée, and they decide to go organize dinner and invite important people to them. And the gentleman invited two of his friends. One is a work colleague, the other is a childhood bestie. So his childhood bestie decides to come over with a girlfriend whom he feels his friend getting married hasn't met. And obviously, once you're in love, you want those important to you to know them. And so they travel all the way and they go to the friend's house. And his girlfriend sees the girlfriend sees the groom to be, and she has this body language of, I know this guy from somewhere, and she doesn't look pleased, but everybody pretends like you've not seen anybody before. And then the other friend, a work colleague of the groom to be, comes in and he sees the lady, and then the lady too sees him, and another body language of, I think I know this person. They're like, what the heaven is going on here? And this boyfriend is like, "Hey, girl, are you okay?" She's like, she's fine. And you're on a dinner table. I'm not gonna I mean, what do you call those spoilers? I'm not gonna spoil. I'm just gonna give you some tidbits. The rest of the content for you to watch. And then she gets harassed by the second friend of the groom to be, who is a work colleague, who entices her and says he remembers the time they had together, and he wants them to do it again. Again, can you believe it? The lady has moved on, but the guy hasn't moved on. Now, the groom to be and his friend from work both realize that they have both slept with the friend of the groom to be's childhood friend. OMG! Goosebumps, goosebumps.
Mm-mm.
Wow.
Mm-mm.
But then they both decided to keep it a secret. But the plot twist to it was that it got complicated, and then the groom to be got to know that his friend from work, his colleague, has also slept with his bride to be.
Fiancé. Hmm.
Man, 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 man. Hmm. Confessions, secrets, and then I mean the way this to you, I'm leaving the rest of the story for you to go and watch because the end of the movie for me is the game changer, which is not part of our conversation for today. So go and enjoy it, please.
Mm-hmm.
And I called Sandra quickly. I said, "Listen, sis, um, this thing about saying when you are dating, you don't tell people about your past, Charlie, and the thing boomerangs on you like that, almost destroying your relationship. I mean, are we risking the risk? Aren't we risking the risk? You
Eh?
know, the risk is risky,
Google
no.
said the risk is risking.
The risk is risking. Like, yo, you had a past, you repented of it. But there are people who don't care. The past turns his ugly head back and says, yo, Emma, what's up? I'm back for you. And wanted to destroy years of maybe a brand new life I have built. So the question is, should it be a deal breaker for the childhood friend who found out that his bride to be has slept with his childhood friend who's a groom to be and the groom to be's friend? Should that be a deal breaker, even though she never
Hmm.
went into detail as to who she said she had past relationships with? Should she have said, "Hey, boo, oh, remember the story I told you about? These two men were part of my life story." Awkward, awkward. Or she could have quickly
Lord have
taken him to the
mercy.
room after dinner. I said,
Hmm.
"I don't know how to say this, but I don't know how this evening will go. You need to know. I know these two guys, but I met them before you." Sandra, aspect on dating in relationships.
Hmm.
How do we manage such sensitive? Some people's past does not involve sleeping with somebody that maybe who they know. Maybe it's somebody else far away. So even if they get to know, but this entanglement, mm, the real entanglement, my
This is
sister.
proper entanglement, Emma.
I don't know if you're a guy, what you think. Let's hear your opinion. If you think
Exactly.
you'd have
Yeah.
preferred your fiance to let you know, listen, this guy whose hand you are shaking, no, he be the one of the men, no. One of is my body count.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Body
yeah,
count one. Or
yeah.
what? Sandra, your take.
It's this is proper entanglement, but um so when is honesty not really the best policy?
Mm,
I mean, when you're dating somebody, I think that, well, after the initial icebreakers and all, and you're really going steady, you're like exclusive and all that. Certain information needs to be privy to the person you are with, especially if you're trying to get married. If it's
yeah.
proposed to you, you've accepted, then certain information need to be privy to the person. Not necessarily open the whole Pandora box, because it's not everybody that can take it. But at least on gradual basics, let the person know your past. Okay. There's certain things that it's past, it's gone. And so you can just touch on it and that's it. However, there are some people that when you tell them about your past, it becomes their future, because then they start
Mm,
thinking about you did this in the past and you did this in the past, and so they kind of like refer you to what you've done, and so it becomes an issue. But the problem is with this girl, she had been with both friends, and then she pretended like she didn't know any of them, which I think was quite wrong, because if I'm with you and I'm going to get married to you and these guys are my past, I will let you know that, hey, those guys I dated before, these two friends are part of them. But listen,
mm,
it's over and done with. Now, it's up
mm.
to the guy you are with to accept that my friends have been with you, and so I'm going to take you like that, or for him to say it's a deal breaker because both friends of mine have seen your nakedness and I can't do this. So it's
Yeah.
very, very dicey. It takes a very mature mind to say, okay, my friends have been with you, it's your past, you didn't know them, I didn't know you then, and so yeah, it's okay. But guys being guys, listen, they'll always want to like bring that up. But you know, not say your babe grab me, and we've
Seriously.
and so
But
there's always going to be like an itch to scratch every time you are with your friends. That thing is going to come up. But it takes a very mature man to say, listen, guys, that was her past. I'm now her present and her future. So whatever you guys did before, that's over. It's done with and all that. But the girl also pretended like she didn't know any of the guys. And then
Yeah.
when the
Yeah.
whole truth came out, it became really, really nasty. Okay. And so for me, if I'm with you, certain information I will share. I will tell you, I've been with XYZ. You take me as I am, or listen, it's past. I didn't know any better. Now I do. And you're my present and you're my future. And so, yeah, we get on with it. But it's very, very dicey, especially with this one, because of, Charlie, they're paddies. You know what I'm saying? They're friends. One is a work colleague, one is a childhood friend. And so being with them, this one, it would take grace for the guy to actually say, but it did take grace though. In the end, it took grace for them to say, yeah.
You see, so I was gonna ask you that. First of all, was it necessary for the guy? I mean, the naughty one, obviously, who was harassing the lady on the phone and all of that. Was it necessary for you to also see the lady who you know is getting married? Did you need to?
No.
Was it necessary?
No, it wasn't necessary. It wasn't at all. And I mean, usually for somebody that has even been with you before, when they see that you're getting married and the person is their friend, they back out. In as much as, okay, I know you, but that's it. They draw the line, and then you, the lady too, you put boundaries. So if I was the lady and the guy was texting to harass me, the first thing I'll do, if I tell my fiance this is what is going on, I block you. But the girl also entertained it to a point where, she was like meeting the guy to talk to him, like they say, nobody knows that I've been with you and all that. And so it was a bit like you're keeping this secret. But it wasn't. It's gone. It's past. And at that time when she was even actually with this guy, she was in a very vulnerable state.
Absolutely.
She was very, very vulnerable. And so she was like, I can't even do this with you. It was like a one-night stand. And after, it wasn't really like even a relationship with them.
She was even drunk. Yeah, she was in pain.
It was a one-night stand. So that's it. It's over and done with. Listen, don't contact me again. I've told my boyfriend about you, and that's it. Over and done with. But because she was keeping it and trying to let the guy, listen, don't text me, and I'm meeting up with you secretly and all that. And so when it became full-blown, that was when it was nasty. And the guy in question is actually like a nutcase. He's mad. Let me put that word.
That guy is not somebody you ever want in your life. Like,
he's beyond
that guy's a demon.
Isn't?
Come on.
It's beyond redemption. Trust me.
What? And then to think that he also slept with his friend's girlfriend. Do you think you should have told the friend that, listen, I had the one with your girlfriend?
No. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That there are some guys that won't actually even let you know that they know this girl you're dating. Oh, this is your girlfriend. Oh, okay. Oh, hi, nice to meet you. And that's it. Just so that they try to maintain the kind of friendship they have with their friend. And so they will pretend they don't even know you. Some people like that.
Yes, but what I notice happens is that when a guy gets to know that, even though you are trying to hide it, he feels like a fool. Have you heard that before? They say, you didn't tell me. The point is, I needed to still know, because the question is, if you didn't know, what are the chances that old flames are not being sparked?
Exactly.
Secondly, the gentleman, the employee who was his friend, the groom's friend from work, slept with his girlfriend when he and the girlfriend had broken up, like they had a fight.
Yeah.
Don't we see that as committing like human sin to your fellow brother, and like, Charlie, I messed up, I did this to your girl, I'm sorry?
That's what I'm saying, that this guy is beyond redemption. Because when the girl came to you looking for her boyfriend, and she's taking medication, and the medication was making her disoriented, and so she couldn't think properly. So in all fairness, he took advantage of her in that position, knowing that her mind wasn't in the right place. Okay, because she didn't go to the guy to say, I'm here, come and have your way with me. She went there to look for her boyfriend. And you are saying he's not there. What's the matter? Come talk to me and all that. And she saw you as a friend of her boyfriend. And so she's come to you to tell you, I'm having issues with my boyfriend. I can't find him. Is he here? Oh no, he's not. If this guy was correct, he would have actually said, oh, listen, let me call my friend and find out where he is. Let him know that his girl is here looking for him. But because he now he's like I said, he's a nutcase.
Player one.
You know, he wanted everything and anybody, and he was like, listen, I can do it, so why not? And in all fairness, the girl, if well, let's not go that route, but if it was like to report this case to the police, the girl was in trouble because she was not in her right senses because of her depression medication that she's taking. And so you took advantage of her being in that position where she can't actually reason well, and then having your way with her. Now, this girl, also knowing what has happened, didn't even want this guy to come near her man at all. I mean, how do you even explain to your boyfriend that I went looking for you in your friend's house and he slept with me?
Yeah, my goodness, that guilt alone, sis, is I don't want to imagine it. Ooh.
No.
Ooh. I don't want to be in your shoes, girl.
It's really not. Nah.
But sis, I mean, in that sense, where both ladies were taken advantage of by the same guy in different instances.
Yeah.
Shouldn't it have been? I think it is the way you say that, because it's almost like rape, but not in that sense. They didn't hurt you. But they took advantage, like you're saying, it was like fraud. Really, let's call that. It was like, I know you're not okay.
It would still be under rape if he had gone to court. It would still be under rape, because you were under the influence of something, and so in your right senses, you wouldn't give him consent to. So if we were to go on that route, it would still be rape, even though maybe because you're because you're not thinking straight.
Obviously.
So he took advantage of that situation.
Sandra, there are women today who their past is similar. They have been taken advantage of because they were not their right. There are many women with mental health issues. Some of them are psychotic, like it's that serious. And they have been sexually taken advantage of. And it's been years, and they've been living with the guilt for a very long time. Some of them are married currently. Some of them are actually in relationships. Some of them are single. But they're unable to move forward because of that. What would you want to say to women like that?
You really can't move on until you've dealt with it. And so it's either you go through therapy or you speak to somebody for counseling. If not, there will always be something that would bring the trigger up. And so there are a lot of women walking about with a lot of, like you said, mental issues with regards to this. And so then even being intimate with their spouses becomes a problem. They either withdraw from it, or they think it's I can't do it. I'll be there, but my mind is not there. And so you're just like me, making love to a log, because she's not present. Okay, so until that has been dealt with, and I mean, Emma, you and I, we've seen some of these things where a husband's, I think, was it a husband's cousin or a husband's nephew raped their daughter, and then they were like, we don't want to tell anybody, and so they were shushing and hashing this thing. And this 17-year-old girl is going to grow up with this thing at the back of her mind. I was raped by my uncle, and it wasn't dealt with. I was asked to shush. I was asked not to talk. I was asked not to let anybody know. And so, these things, it really hurts a lot of people, a lot of women. But until it's been dealt with, they can never be free. It's all at the back of their mind. So, I mean, physically, you might think they're okay. Oh, they're laughing. They're getting into relationships. They're getting married. They're excelling in their whatever profession they're in. But when they sit down with themselves, that torture is still there. It's still there because it hasn't been dealt with. They haven't been open even to tell anybody that they've been raped, or that they were sexually assaulted, or that they were touched inappropriately by a relative or a friend of a friend, or even a father, or even an auntie, that kind of a thing. And so these girls or these women grow up with all this mental baggage that they carry around. A lot of these women, when you marry them and you take them home, that is when the problem starts. Because when you touch them, they flinch. You want to make love, they're like, Today I'm tired. Tomorrow is my head. The next day is my this. The next time is my. So they always have excuses. Why? Because whatever you're doing to them brings back all these memories. It's like scratching an old wound. So
Hmm.
every time you want to touch her, it's like scratching that old wound. And until it's been dealt with, and I know some people will say, oh, just pray about it, forgive and forget and move on. It doesn't work like that.
Please deal with that matter for me, Sandra. That is what we are doing in the church. It's so horrible. The church is actually killing relationships more than anything else.
It doesn't work like that. They need professional assistance. They need a psychotherapist that can help them to go through that. And so it's important that they're able to open up and share and not hide it. And I think especially with Africans, that's what it is. Hey, we don't want anybody to know. Don't let anybody know. This is family matter. This is family issue. And so hush 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 hush.
Honestly,
It's covered.
honestly.
And then these girls grow up being either messed up in a way or being victims of their past, and they bring it into relationships. And then you say, oh, all girls are bad because no relationship is working for you, because you're
Eh,
toxic to herself. And so of course she passes it on into the relationship, and the whole thing becomes messy because it hasn't been dealt with. Rather unfortunate.
hmm. I love what you're saying, because what I'm learning too is that it means if you're carrying, or you have a past where, if the possibility of it coming up comes out, it will
Yeah.
make your relationship quite complicated. A third party is important. That is why I always say, when you are dating, you should engage in premarital counseling at a certain phase, because we're
Yeah.
not saying you won't. I don't believe you won't date because you don't have intention to marry the person. Like, you date
Mm-mm.
because you want to get married, yeah.
What?
And as much as it's not common for us to have the dating counseling sessions, it's important, because
It
not
is.
everything you'll be able to say. The counselor also is trained. I didn't say
Exactly.
the pastor, oh. The counselor, certified and licensed counselor. It has to be,
Yeah.
before it can be a pastor as well, or it can be a doctor, but the person must be certified counselor.
Absolutely.
The
Absolutely.
person will be able to tell the kind of questions needed to
Mm-hmm.
bring that kind of, you know, um, relevant information that both of you must know.
Mm-hmm.
If not, you will date in your mind thinking you are in love. You're in love. Oh, love conquers all. Please, wisdom.
Love covers a multitude of sin.
Wisdom should be the foundation of your relationships,
Mm-hmm.
please.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you apply wisdom, you would know whether this relationship will take you left or right.
Absolutely.
That is the point. Because when you are in love, you're not thinking. Hi,
Mm-hmm.
Felicia. Welcome. We missed you. Also, Reverend Felicia, please, do you believe in Valentine's Day, or do you celebrate Valentine's Day? And what would you be doing on the 14th of February? Would you be
Hi.
in church? Would you be having a lovely Valentine's spree? Or you would Netflix and chew with popcorn alone with your kids? Let's know what you want to do. Right. So we are saying, please put in the chat section that Araba has led us with Douglas. They are gonna kill it on Valentine's Day. We
I
are the
know,
ones
right?
who don't know what's going on. Sandra is waiting to draw a bomb, then we'll die. But it's okay, we'll leave. So, Sandra, how does dating counseling help to unearth certain things that you unlikely are unable to tell your intended? And Felicia says Netflix and chew popcorn. Ma, I salute. Thank you. I have somebody in my backyard with me. Right. So please, Sandra, tell us the importance of dating counseling.
Okay. So I think, was it I saw on your live, you put on your Facebook that before you date, or I think I saw something about relationship coaching, and you said is a must have. And usually I use you as an example because at least I've coached you for over 6 years, and so I know where you are now. And it's important that when we're growing up, we didn't know about so many things, and so we had to like learn it on the job. That's how I
Yeah.
call it. You make mistakes, you learn from them, you glean from others, and then you like make it a part of you, and take whatever you think is good and all that, and then you leave the rest. However, in this time and age where we have relationship strategists, relationship consultants, relationship coaches, and all that. When you start dating, and I don't think it's quite normal in Africa yet. However, in our part of the world, it is, where people pay to go see relationship advisors, just so that you tell them what to do, how to go about it. And usually, what we tell them is that it's not one size fits all. And so we give you the guidelines. We try to help you not to draw outside of the lines. You draw within the boxes. So you know when you're gathering red flags, you know when this is toxic, you know when this person is behaving like a narcissist, and you know when to say, listen, I ain't doing this with you. I can't put myself in that kind of a position. And so you're not bound by saying I'm growing. Yeah, and I hate that word when people call me and they're like, I'm growing, I'm 23, I'm 26, and I'm in a relationship and it's so toxic. But yet, because you think you're growing, you still stay there. That is total bull. Pardon my French this afternoon. That it is bull for you to stay there. And so it's important. And even now, we don't even do it like face to face, virtually. Emma, I've been getting this call for like 10 minutes. Let me just mute myself and speak to my husband. I'll come back. Talk.
You see, people, I tell you that, you see, have you seen Sandra? Even the husband can call into this show and she can put a stop to it. Listen, this love thing we are teaching is real. Oh. Some people would have, I call back. Sandra doesn't joke. Only 2 people can call and get her off a meeting, including this one, her husband and her children. And she said this last week. 2 weeks ago. And hey, that is why this man can go on one knee and ask her to be a Valentine every year. Reverend Delali, by the way, he's a man of God, will ask his wife to be his Valentine. You know why? The children have made it a culture, a tradition in the house that daddy must ask mama every year to be his Valentine. And of course, why would he do that gladly when a woman prioritizes the husband over everything else? And I remember this issue. I think next time our topic should be on the issue of submission and love and marriage. We've seen that there's so many ideas about what submission and love is in the home. And please, everybody keeps thinking that submission is before marriage. Who told you that? In fact, I don't want. Let's not bust that bubble today. Do not bust that bubble today. We are busting our bubble. The next Thursday you see us on your feed, yeah. So yeah, that's why Sandra is back. Yeah, Sandra is back. She's back. Felicia says Reverend Delali knows what's up. Of course. He knows what's up. And Araba says, see, one man can stop a live feed. Ha! In fact, he's the next Joshua in the Bible. Joshua, they say, stopped time. He stopped the sun.
You girls are not
Delali has stopped a live session. Like, he's the next Joshua. Don't worry. I can't wait to tell him when I speak to him. Sandra, as you were saying, dating counseling.
Yeah, so dating counseling is, this very popular guy, Matthew Hesse.
Yes. He just got married.
He's been doing dating counseling, dating coaching
got married
forever.
Recently. So proud of him. Yeah,
exactly. And for him, it's not like he doesn't do the marriage thing. It's all about dating.
Nope.
He's just into dating. And
you don't want it to go through heartache. Yeah, he's preparing.
Exactly. And so he wants you to get it right. And so people like him, when you just listen, he will just give you a link, you go, you pay, he has time for you, and he teaches you all that. And that is what I do. However, mine, I have the marriage bit and I have the family bit as well, which is like extra. And so I'm able to delve from dating into getting married, into having kids and all that. It's like a complete package, But so people like this is what you should glean from them. But when it comes to dating, a lot of people, I'm sorry, I keep using Africa as my touch base now, because I've realized that when you tell them you need to pay, they cut you off. They wouldn't come again until they go hit their head or bump their head on the rails. Then they come to you and then they start asking for help. But when you came and I told you, listen, I give you, even my project manager says half an hour is even too long. So now it's just 15 minutes free session, not even half an hour anymore. He says half an hour is too long. 15 minutes, tell me what it is. If you want me to continue with you, you need to pay. But people take advantage of the free bits you're giving them. You
Sad.
organize a free session for them on Zoom, and like 10 people out of 200 and something turns up. 15 people out
Honestly.
of 300 people turn up. And you're thinking, are you guys serious at all? And it's the same people that will come back to you with issues. So why don't you
Yes,
take the
Sandra.
opportunity? I know. Why don't you take the opportunity of even the free bits being offered to you? And so dating counseling or dating coaching, like we call it, is a must-have. If you want to have a healthy, thriving, beautiful relationship, you need to. Because then, you see, we have been trained to also recognize your lifestyle patterns, and whoever you're going to date, maybe if you bring them, we're able to say, listen, like, we don't say you have to be 100% compatible. That's a no. Nobody is 100% compatible with their partner. But where do you draw the line of saying that I think I can and I think I can't? Because people put their lives on hold just to be in relationships. Or when I get married, it'll be better. I'm sorry. When you get married, it gets worse. Whatever you ignore when you're dating,
Don't
it
try it, my
multiplies when
people.
you get
Yeah.
married.
Yeah.
And so you don't need to say, I'll manage. And I hate that word. Oh, I'll manage it like that. Excuse you. How can you manage misery? Who manages misery? Nobody manages misery.
That is not the will of God,
And
people.
exactly. And if you're in it for a lifetime, then you're going to be miserable for a lifetime. It takes a lot of guts for people who are married and then it's not working to say, oh boy, I'm doing this again. I
Yeah,
can't put my
divorce is
life on
another
it.
thing. It's difficult. It's very
Exactly.
difficult.
It almost destroys you as a person, because then
Separation is painful. Yeah.
it is painful. It's like a death of a something, a
Yeah.
death of a relationship, a death of a love you had for someone, a death of the emotions you shared with someone. So it's very difficult. But if you don't get the basics right, this is what happens. Okay. What do we say? We say what? Till death do us part. Whatever you tolerate stays till death do you part. It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be till death do you part, unfortunately. But that is how people see it to be. And so why would you want it to be till death do you part when you can from the beginning not even accept it?
Absolutely. If it's
Yes,
preventable, why not prevent it?
if it's preventable, it is preventable. And on all these red flags that we see in people we get married to, listen, we see them. We only overlook them. All in the name of I'm in love with this person, or he will change, or she will change. People don't change if you ask them to change. They change because they want to change. And you, as a person, as an individual, you can't change anybody because you are nobody's saving grace. You are not the Holy Spirit. That is his work. So if the Holy Spirit changes the person, praise him. If he doesn't, it is not your job. So don't try to play God when it comes to relationships. Don't play God. Because if you play God, you will self-destruct.
That's it.
You will
That's it.
self-destruct when you do that. Is it really
That's
love
it.
they see? I wonder. They don't see love. They see attachment, and it's unhealthy attachments they see. And I think that people have been neglected from their childhood, or they didn't get that kind of love they were supposed to get from their parents. And so when they grow up to a certain point and somebody loves them for who they are, they think, then it becomes like, this is it. This is my God. He understands me. She understands me. She cares for me. Yet they're love bombing you. You're not creating boundaries. You're not healthy. And so then it becomes a whole lot of a mess. Very unhealthy affection, yes. And they call that love. And they stay in there all in the name of I'm growing. And that is the word I hate. And I say to people, do you know how old I was before I got married? I was growing. But I didn't say because I'm growing, I need to settle with any Tom, Dick, and Harry. No. Nathaniel would say Charles, Smith, and George. I didn't stay with
Oh my niece just does it for me. I just love that girl. She does it for me. And Sandra, Father Innocent is in the house. Father Innocent, how are we celebrating Valentine's Day this month with wifey? How many years has it been since we've been married? And what's this Valentine's looking like for you, Father Innocent? Would you be in a church? Would you be, on a
Church for
cruise
where?
with Mrs.? You obviously will not Netflix and chill alone because you're not single, you're married. So Father said, what's happening? What's happening? What's happening? Father, Abona, Abanoma.
I don't
Father
know
said,
what
how are we
he
celebrating
told me that.
Valentine's Day, yo? What are you doing for us that day? Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I mean, Sandra, you've hit some serious points. You've really shared a lot. And I'm really praying that those who need this message would find this video some way, somehow. Because there are too many weddings happening, too many lovely weddings happening. But when everybody who has come for the wedding goes home, the journey between the two of you begins.
Yeah,
And that is what really, really matters.
yeah.
And so if you've not dealt with baggage before you got into that marriage, trust me, I don't know what it is about marriage that destroys when you don't do it right. I don't know. It's like an
No.
atomic nuclear bomb.
Ha.
If you
Intercontinental ballistic missile, Emma. That
like,
is what it is.
hey, the way we all love the glitz and glam. Listen, if you
Exactly.
find the right person, it
Mm-mm.
is safe. It's
Mm-mm.
not a bomb. It's just a bed of roses with thorns. That's what it is. But
Exactly.
if you find yourself, you're not even ready. Then you
Hmm.
go and find yourself with somebody who is not even emotionally intelligent. Because there are some people who actually would marry a lady or a man who actually is not okay, but because they are healthy enough to know how to, so they have the, for example, if you're watching us and you end up marrying somebody who has had a past, and when the person tells you about it, it will be an issue to you because you've been a student of such information. You know that, hey, if the person confesses that the person has really changed, it should not be a deal breaker.
Yeah.
But where both of you are ignorant, hmm,
Hmm.
and it's a deal breaker for you, and you enter the marriage, and boha, hey, hey. Listen, prison is even kinder. Trust
I'm
me.
telling you. I'm
Prison,
telling you.
Alcatraz, in Sawan, whatever prison is called in your country. Please, how do we call the prison in UK? What's the nickname for prisons in the UK? It's not called prison.
Don't ask me that here, I beg you.
Whatever it is, you prefer to be in jail than to be in a marriage that is destructive.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, people have gone to the mad homes because of that.
Yeah.
People have been murdered
Yeah.
because of that. It shows you that this married thing, everybody talks by heart, but I think it's just a normal societal norm.
Talk my heart, my heart.
Guys, it ain't no joke.
It's
It's
not a
good to
joke.
find somebody who loves you and you love back. Okay? When it's mutual, it's nice, but please, love is not always enough.
Mm-mm.
Love is not always in. I like that. Rev says, even the Bible can help you. I swear to God. Listen, the God of wisdom who shared wisdom, he's not stupid.
No,
You can't just go and misbehave and then take the Bible and slap yourself and think that, oh,
it
once
has
I
to
stand on the
be.
word of God, it will fix it.
Mm-hmm.
God will
Mm-hmm.
make you go through the pain to teach you common sense. Trust
Mm-hmm.
me. Because we all need to get to that point of growth, maturity, and wisdom where we can apply life's principles properly.
Absolutely.
Okay? So what Sandra is saying is very important. If you're not used to having third party sessions, is important. Africans don't enjoy that. I don't know why we always think that when a counselor comes into the matter, it's third party, but you can go and talk to a side chick
Mm.
or talk to a side nigga. That one there is not third party. But the professional counselor who doesn't know you and wants
Mm.
to help, and you say,
Mhm.
oh, that's how we can manage. It's okay. She's happy. She's fine. Oh, he's okay. He's fine. He's happy. And then you hear people saying, you allow them, everybody has a side chick. It's normal. You normalize dysfunctional stuff. And
Exactly.
what is functional? You don't want it.
Hmm. Hmm.
Why suffer when you can enjoy? Sandra will say, why go for the
Exactly.
pebbles when
Hey.
you can have the diamonds?
Hmm.
Revo says they lie to you that what God has put together, but we forget
Let
there's
no
a
man put
permissible
asunder.
will
Yeah.
and a perfect.
You
Of
see,
course, I
that is
mean,
why I ask, how many marriages did God actually put together?
my sister, many men of God are putting together marriages that should not be put together. That is the problem. They now, like I always say, the church is the biggest problem we have.
Hmm.
We keep putting people together. Be bold enough. Listen, if you are, whether you're a civil registrar or listen, there should be certain things that should have been in place before. Almost, if only they even allow people bring in a certificate of counseling before marrying them, that would even help. Because before you buy a car, don't they give you license?
Of course. No, Emma, you need to get the license before you can even drive.
That's what I'm saying. Before they get a license. So why should you get married and you don't have license? That, oh yeah, these people are ready for the journey.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
if our homes also encourage, you see, from the home mother will tell you, Sandra, when you get to my, don't bring third party. If anything is wrong with your husband, keep it
Yeah,
in
yeah,
your home.
exactly. Yes.
That is where the
Mm-hmm.
problem has come from. The church too does
Mm-hmm.
the same thing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We need to raise experienced and trained counselors, because there is a lot of problems in marriages today that we don't know about. There are people
Absolutely.
going through covert problem there. When you hear part of the story, Sandra like, seriously, is this a movie or is real? Like, I don't get it. Is this problem real? One of these conversations, we're going to bring out some anonymous
Yes, I
messages
think
we
we
get
should. Yes,
and
yes, we
share
need
and
to.
let
We
you know
need
that,
to.
listen, it's happening. If you're single, listen, stop that desperation. I'm saying I'm not happy.
Yes.
I want a husband, I want a wife. Stop it. Stop it.
I'm
Your
growing.
your spouse to be would be blessed to have you as a single and happy person.
Mm-hmm.
When you are content, you are much more a blessing to the person than when you need the person to make you happy. Who told you God brought us here to make you happy? Who's told you that lie? If you want to be happy, go and watch comedy. Ah. Sandra, Araba is asking, what are you sipping on? Is it
Oh, don't
moe?
mind this
Is
girl.
it smoothie?
It's smoothie. It's pineapple, mango, papaya, oat milk, and protein. Caramel
Healthy,
soup.
healthy,
So,
healthy people for
mm.
healthy people for will grow.
It's just a lunch replacement because I
Um,
can't eat. I have so this one is not.
healthy people for now intimidating
Don't
us
worry,
here.
we
Okay.
need to
Oh.
listen to customer.
Yeah. So Felicia says common sense should be in place. Sorry for my language.
Absolutely.
You are correct. Most
Mm.
counselors themselves are in bondages. So is it?
Literally, no,
I
it's
remember a
true.
girlfriend told me,
It's
Sandra, I
true,
don't mean to got you. She was
Emma.
going for counseling.
It's
Yes,
so
Sandra.
true. It's so
Sandra,
true.
the way Sandra said it's so true. She has experience, pa. She knows the kind. Sandra, one of my ladies was going to for counseling for with a gentleman she went to marry, and she noticed that the man is not comfortable talking about sex and all of that. She's like, hey, she's not saying I mean, they believe in abstinence before marriage and all that, but she wants to know what his ideologies about sex in marriage
Hmm.
is, right? The man you was binding her. Hey, you don't say such thing. You don't talk about like sex. When you
Hey,
mention the word sex, is a crime. Okay,
hey.
she decided to involve her pastor and then the wife. Oh my goodness,
Oh my
the wife
God.
was in support of her fiance. Why should you talk about sex? She made it a whole
Hey,
big deal. Last, guess what happened? The
my
husband
goodness.
of the woman, oh, he's chopping banga steady, as my
Oh,
Nigerian people say. Oh, the husband is cheating on the wives. Seriously. And the
ha.
woman is there living in what, paradise,
Yeah.
thinking that what, as if she doesn't sleep with the husband. Though. These are the women that they sleep with the husband out of duty, not out
Yes.
of pleasure.
No, they see it as an obligation. Because I'm a wife, I have to do it for you. And it's not that they even want to get satisfied or they want to enjoy the process. No,
Nope.
it's because my husband needs it. And so he needs to get it. That's it. Over and done with. Bam, 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 get up. Chick, 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 bang, bang.
Can you imagine that? What
Everybody
kind of
just
life
goes
is
away.
that?
And it's
Well,
it's sad. It's sad.
you know what I was gonna say? You can censor this, but one of my favorite prophets, Prophet Odro, you say, what does he call it? Atupatang time.
I
I
could
didn't even
probably do better or some gym.
oh, what kind of sex is that? Huh? What is that? You may not as well have it. You may not as well have it. Felicia says off the line for Princessa. Hi, did I come late to the party? Oh no,
You
sis.
know, Nathania, and Yola have this. That's what she said. Where's Nathaniel? They watch Odro. The player doesn't understand the tree. Bible doesn't understand
Oh,
too much either.
oh,
And then they watch
oh.
it, and there's one that how do you guys say it? 2024, Jai Jimieno.
Yeah, Jai
Jai
Jimieno. Yeah,
Jimieno.
Jai
So that's
Jimieno.
what they call, that's what they say, Jai Jimieno.
Sandra, in fact, hey, real talk with Sandra Nation. Oh, wow.
Oh my God.
2024. 2024, please,
Jai
please
Jimieno.
stop that nonsense. I beg you. This year is not a year of playing. Oh, listen, we've been in relationships seminars and all that. We've heard two sides of this. We've seen it all. But Charlie, this is the year of intentionality. This is the year
Yes.
of
Yes.
intentionality. Whether you're
Yes.
single, you're married, you're about to get married. Listen, this is the year. Anything that would advance your mental health, please do it.
Mm-hmm.
Do it.
Mm-hmm.
Because you cannot continue. How long will you allow the devil play with your mind? Please. How long are we gonna be in prison? Meanwhile, you are not jailed. How long are we gonna keep suffering when it is the will of the Father? Every good and perfect gift comes from the Lord.
That is so
Sister,
true.
brother, it doesn't matter how long you've been waiting. Wait to here. As my Igbo brothers that would say here. Wait to it's better. You wait for the right person.
It's the devil playing with your mind
for shaggy reasons. So God wants you to smile all the time. God wants you to
you see, Emma, when it comes to love in itself, or when it comes to relationships, people have actually demonized it, and so it has become very, very ugly. Dating, marriage, and all that have become very, very, like, it's got no substance anymore. But I think that it is high time we that we think know better should now begin to help others who are coming to also get to know better.
True.
Because the infestation of ugly relationships is glaring. You know, that is what I think some time ago I wrote on my Facebook. I said, don't let people with failed marriages tell you marriage is wrong or marriage is bad. No.
Come on.
Don't let people with failed marriages tell you marriage is bad or marriage is wrong. It rains everywhere. No, I'm sorry. And I'll keep saying it. It rains everywhere. It doesn't flood everywhere. There's some places where it would rain, but the rain would just go through the gutters or the sewers and it would go. It won't flood your home. So why would you want to now accept that all men cheat, or all women are gold diggers, or that kind of a thing? And like I normally say, if I don't dig for gold, do I need to go dig for pebbles? No, I wouldn't dig for stone. Trust me.
Thank you. Even my Father in heaven won't give me stone if I ask him for gold.
Exactly. So why would I want to now dig for stone?
I'm surprised.
Call me and you know, say, call me a gold digger, but this girl ain't digging for pebbles.
I am digging gold, baby. I'm digging gold. My Father in heaven, the streets of gold. What do you expect me to dig?
Exactly. So we now need to also bring out the fun and the good side of good relationships and good marriages. Let people know, you see, because good marriages are not being shared. Bring one bad example of a bad marriage. You will see the way it will trend. Bring an example of a good marriage and nobody talks about it.
Sadly.
People will even say, oh, they're just showing off, or it's just a facade. But trust me, people are really enjoying good marriages. People are really chilling, you know. And I think was it last year or 2 years ago, Cheska's wedding anniversary, they had it at home, and the husband laid the table, and her son, I think he was 13 or 14, went into the living room or somewhere to bring the mom on his elbow to her dad, you know. And the video, and they shared it with me, and I thought, this is so beautiful. But people will see this and think, oh, what are they even doing?
They are pretending. Oh, social media
skips. You need to see these things. Why is their marriage thriving? Why is it beautiful? What are they doing? What can we take out of it? What can we glean out of it? How can we bring it into ours to make it beautiful? Instead of thinking that every marriage is bad. Oh, every man will cheat. Okay, if all men are polygamous, as they say, it's not everybody who goes to commit it. Not everybody goes to commit it. Yes, attraction is there. They might see a woman that is pretty with, everything, but they'll look at it and think, I'm not going there.
It's
Why?
a
Because
decision.
they're
It's a
disciplined
choice.
enough to say, I'm not going there. But if you're not disciplined and you see a nice chick, Charlie, the attraction, like, damn, this girl fine. And then you stop your car. Excuse me, young lady, whereabouts are you going? Even if it's not where you're going, you're like, yeah, hop in, I'll give you a lift. And it detours you from your route. And that detour is actually detouring you from life. Because then you're getting yourself involved with somebody else, and then
Ask Samson, he'll tell ya. He ended up grinding pepper. Now, we have 3 minutes to end this session, and let's
oh
the
man.
comments are so powerful. Princess Lucci agree. The day we'll bring this woman on, she'll be ready for 2 hours. She says, emancipate yourself from mental slavery.
Exactly.
And Felicia says, it's high time people love and respect themselves and stop being stingy. Princessa says, Mama D, this hair is given. I can imagine our daddy running his hand in it. Sasa, these images you are giving us on a very hot Thursday afternoon is not fair. We know it's the month of love. Take it easy for us. Then Felicia says, who's stone ebb? Princessa says, marry a gold mine or a diamond mine. Yeah.
Absolutely.
And she further says, I'm enjoying one and I made it very intentional.
Absolutely.
Listen, guys, this is it. What she's saying is true because, and when we say marry a gold mine and a diamond mine, people are imagining marry, a man who is flamboyantly rich or listen.
Mm-hmm.
When we talk about wealth here, we're talking about a man who has the same mindset of gold. A man has a mindset of diamond. Obviously, he'll get there.
Yeah.
And you can see it from his lifestyle. He's not comfortable with average. He wants more.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to just survive. He wants, and you see, he's walking that path. Okay.
Yeah.
That's what we're talking about. A man that is not satisfied with mediocrity. No. He's not content with poverty. No. He's making the effort. So when we say marry a gold mine, when Sandra met her husband, he was on his way to before he became what he is today. And today the story is different. Some of you may meet a man who's already made. Fine. Whether you meet a gold mine already made or gold mine about to be made, whatever the case is, you as a woman, be a gold mine yourself.
Absolutely.
As a woman, be a diamond mine, platinum, whatever, but do not be stone.
Titanium.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. So, guys, honesty is the best policy. But where it is not the best policy, get involved in dating counseling. That is what we are teaching you today. Where honesty is not the best policy, and we are saying it in a phrase, yeah? What it means is where the truth can kill that relationship.
Yeah.
You think that your other part cannot handle it, please. This is where you need people like Sandra, PG Sebastian, the Lassie Dogbe, any of them that you're comfortable with. Any of these people, Reverend Buckman, they are part of the Real Talk counseling team. Any of them you're comfortable with, please, we beg you. If this is a relationship worth fighting for, get a professional counselor who would help you unearth the difficult conversations and then help you to manage through it, because it is possible. Okay.
It is possible.
And if you are married, some of you have skeletons in your closets. You are living in guilt. You slept with your husband's best friend. You have slept with your wife's best friend, and you can't leave. You can't move. You are suffering. Listen, there is no condemnation for them that are in Christ Jesus. That's what we believe in. There is no amount of sin you've gone through that God can, as long as you are genuinely repentant. That underline that word, genuinely. Please, you need counselors who will not judge you, and I've mentioned them to you, that won't judge you. And if that marriage is worth saving, that is what we are here for. We beg you. If you are about to get married, you've done for counseling, you still slept with God is saying something to everybody. You have still slept with your boss. You have slept with your fiance's brother or father, and you're about to go. Please hold on to that marriage. I don't care what your relatives say. If you marry with that burden, trust me, that marriage has already ended. It is easier.
It ended before it actually began.
It is easier to tell you, bro, I beg you, where I am, no, I can't continue this journey. And what I have done, if I tell you, or sis, what I've done, if I tell you, it's we say things in humor, but we are telling the truth.
Mm-hmm.
If you have committed a certain, you know, error that can break or make, I want to say make, like make you a mess,
Mm-hmm.
please. Honesty is the best policy, but where
Check
it's not the
yourself
best
out.
policy,
Mm-hmm.
please get a licensed counselor to help you to determine whether this relationship you should continue or not. And let me tell you this, that you go for counseling does not guarantee that marriage will happen.
No.
Because when they unearth the things you should know. Have you heard of people getting married to their half sibling? They didn't know.
Yes.
You
They
didn't
didn't
know
know
you're marrying
them.
your relative. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Things can happen. Things
Yeah.
can happen.
Things are
That is why
happening.
counseling is important. Please, it's important. Those days, hey, in Ghana, when you are going to get married to somebody, they can do a research about you, the
Yeah.
person you want to marry, and find out whether the person is not a family member. Because people have married their brother and sister, they didn't even know their
Emma,
uncle, their aunt.
Emma, pause. I was having a conversation with Nathaniel recently,
Okay.
and we were talking about dinner stuff. And then she said, "Well, it's good to get to know about the person's past and all that." And one thing she said was, "Mommy, one thing you forgot is you need to find out if psychosis run in the family because sometimes some of
She's
them is
right.
hereditary."
Reverend Funke Adejumo has said that before. You need to know there are people that go mad in their homes if they drink a lot, if
Yes.
they womanize a
And
lot.
I'm
Listen,
like,
it is
I
true.
said, baby, where is this coming from? She says, "Mom, she's doing psychology, so she's like on
Oh,
the
okay.
same." She goes, "Mom, some people have psychosis running in the family, and so you need to know before you get in there, before something triggers them and they kill you, and then do they
Woo!
don't do
That
anything
is
to them because
wisdom.
their mind wasn't okay at that time, and so
That,
you need to know
that
what
is
triggered the
wisdom, sis.
psychosis."
She's right. And Sessa is agreeing with us. She's right.
Yeah.
Guys, don't play. Don't play. They
Mm-mm.
play. Don't play.
They get they play.
Love is not enough, guys. Love is not enough.
Yeah.
Love is good, but love cannot help. I mean, love cannot be the only decision maker when you're getting married to someone. You can be in love, but when you find out the person is a hire killer or the person is a drug lord, that love is not necessary anymore. That's why we say love is not enough. Okay, it is only enough where everything falls in its place. Then love can
Yeah.
flourish.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Sessa, what's happening on Valentine's Day? Please, we need to know. Sex therapist one. Now, Sasa is a sex therapist. If you're having issues bonding, having intimacy, she and Sandra they do a very good job in making sure you have a worthy, great intimate life.
And
And
you're not correct. Is it mafia babe?
ah, Princess,
Emma,
what's happening on Valentine's Day? Are you gonna be in church? Are you gonna be home with my brother? You definitely are not Netflixing and chilling alone. So what are you doing? What is the grand plan? What is the grand plan? Please, we are wrapping up. We want to see your message and then we close. But guys, it's been okay. We have a sip and shop lingerie and sex. Oh God, and
on
she
the
made me.
10th, yes, real moms. Yeah.
Tessa, what are you doing? So listen, I can't attend this. You're bringing sex toys,
You need to go learn, girlfriend. You need to go learn. So you have to
Sandra.
go.
I
Hmm?
have nights where I sleep alone.
It
Do
doesn't
you want to
matter.
tempt? Sandra, you want to tempt?
No, this is not temptation. This is
Sandra,
education.
you are
This
being
is
very unfair. I have
education.
seen all the sex toys I want to see online. Leave it there. Don't let me touch it. No. Okay, so on the 10th, we have a sip and shop lingerie and sex toys shopping experience at where is it happening? Where is it happening, Princessa? Hello, Nanama. Hey, Felicia is asking me, Emmeline, how far would they? Ever since Moses Bliss got his wife on Instagram, Felicia has not left my water. She has been responsible for making sure she will post and tag somebody. Felicia, let's talk after this session. Okay, so we're having it at yes, Sunrise Lingerie at Shalibotre Junction near Starbucks, Starbite, sorry. Near Starbite at Shalibotre Junction down the Lakeside Road. Yeah, extension. The lingerie, sex toys, sip and shop. Be there on the 10th of February. I think it's from what time? 10 o'clock, 8 o'clock. What time is it? What time? What time? Cesar says, I found my husband online. Okay, so Felicia, connect to Cesar. She has the plug for you. She's your plug for finding your
Enjoy.
husband online. Thank you. Yes, so Cesar says sex aids like cars, dices, nice cuffs. I can't wait. This is February, so we're gonna have a lot of intimate talks on intimate stuff like what Cesar is sharing. Sandra will definitely take the lead on that, talking about how to enhance your sex life, spice it up, and all of that. Cesar definitely will feature. And get ready for a toast to love. We'll be having that. We'll let you know what day and date is gonna be. Cesar and Reverend Buckman will be handling that. Cesar says 10 a.m. Sunrise Lingerie, Ashalibuchi, Lakeside. It's for just those in Ghana. Yeah, so please make sure that happens. Felicia, that hunting spree, leave me alone. I'm not hunting with you. All right, guys, until next time on a beautiful Thursday afternoon, we'll be with you again, Sandra and I, and probably with somebody special to make your February worth a while. Please don't be depressed. If you've been single since 2020, you're still single now. I love you so much. The consistency for me, we can do this. We can do this. But which of you are going to leave 2024 married? I can't wait to know which of you will be doing that. Let's see what God is going to do. But I love you. Sandra, what do you have to say to our people before we go?
Well, it's been another amazing afternoon with you all, where you leave all that you're doing to come listen to us. And in as much as when we're not just ranting, we're talking deep stuff. And I think that we want the whole world. Listen, when you come on, if you're not watching from Real Talk and you're watching from either my page or on Emma's page, what you can do is share the link so others can also enjoy. The only time you can't share is if you're watching on Real Talk platform, because it's a private group, so you can't share from there. But if you want to share
copy
this
the
link
and share.
yeah, copy the link from me or from Emma's and share. And I know Araba, I think you shared it on the WhatsApp platforms. Well done to you. You've done well. She's always sharing. Well done. And so just let people also glean from what we're sharing. And we're not experts. We don't know it all. We're also still learning. And so when we come on, we give you the good stuff. Cesar, leave me alone. We give you the good stuff.
Mawenam says, I enjoyed late, but I came late, but I enjoyed. Yeah, please, you can play back. Once you're done, play
Yes,
back.
just go and watch it. Go and watch the replay and glean from there, because it's important. Like we're saying, we want to eradicate our generation from what has been termed bad marriage, bad relationships. There's no good marriage anywhere. There are no good men anywhere. There are no good women anywhere. And we want to kind of like eradicate. You know what eradication means? Getting rid of that. We want to do that because these kind of statements have not become just it's not just a saying, it's now like a pandemic, because it's everywhere, and people are doing podcasts and they're sharing, and it's like when you listen to them, some of them, they actually break your heart, from listening to what hurt men are saying, from what bitter men are saying, from what bitter women are saying. And it makes you think, do I really want to go into a relationship if this is what is happening? But hey, whoever hurt them is not the one that's going to hurt you. Whoever hurt them isn't you. And so learn, get to know the tips of how to even this afternoon I was talking to one of my mentees, and she said, Mama Sandra, you were the first person that taught me about narcissist. And she's gone into a group and they talked about things. She says, I know this because I've been taught. Listen, if you want to get to know all these, we teach it, we talk about it, how to even learn or identify all these kind of traits in people. Because when somebody is love bombing you, you might think that the person is in love with you. That is why they're doing what they're doing. But in all fairness, they're love bombing you. But so you should know the difference between when somebody is being genuinely lovable towards you and when the person is just love bombing you to get you to the place where they want you to be so they can destroy you. You need to get to know all that. And that is what we're here for. We bring it to you and it's free. You see, that's what I'm saying. People go to pay to listen to these things, to be taught these things. But we come here and we give it to you for free. Cesar, leave me alone. You and Felicia, leave me alone.
Next
time I'll wear my red. I'll wear it.
Yeah. Next time we're gonna wear red. We have to wear red. All right, guys. We love you.
We
We
love
love
you.
to
We love
stay
you. We love
longer,
you.
but
We
we
love you.
gotta
Thank you
go. We
all.
gotta
Thank you
go.
all.
We
Thank
gotta.
you.
Thanks for coming. Thanks for viewing. Thanks for joining.
Right.
Share.
So
Please share, share. And we'll see
share,
you
share, share,
next
share,
time.
share. Guys,
Until
there are
then,
beautiful relationships out there. The
please
beautiful relationships. People
flourish,
are getting married to
enjoy.
the love of their lives. People
Yes,
are
so
married and they are enjoying.
yes,
Listen,
so
if
it's
you
your
think
portion
you
in
don't
Jesus'
know what it is, you can't identify.
name.
Listen, let God give you discernment to be able to
Amen.
identify who to go with and who not to go with. Discernment is important.
Amen.
Very, very, very important. So the Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face
Amen.
shine upon you and be gracious to you. Go through this week with the confidence and assurance that greater is he that is in you than he that is in the world. Until we come your way again next time, we love you. From Emma and Sandra. We love you, love you, love you, love you, love you, love you.
Peace out, y'all.
Yo, we love you. Bye.
Bye.